Welcome everyone to our Tuesday at 12 chat, our Team Thrive call. I know everybody is in action and busy, and that's good. And it's also good to be plugged in here. So I'm proud of all of these faces that I see. Hey, George, nice to see you. So nice to have some men with us. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm going to skip any announcements today. I can just put them in our chat because I want to get right down to the juicy business. We have today someone that I love very much, and there are many gifts that this business has brought into our lives, many layers of gifts. And one of them is the connections that we make with others. And so to have Melissa Hanson as a friend and as a mentor and as part of our upline that we get to learn from and be inspired by is a beautiful gift. And so she so kindly is taking some time with us today to talk about this business and all kinds of little details that she wants to share, and maybe even questions that you guys want to ask. So for those of you that are brand new with us, I know there's some that are brand new here. This may even be your first call or second call. Melissa is a 5-star Crown Imperium, which is fabulous. It's just fabulous to see what she does and how she does it and the energy in which she does it. She chooses. Her vibe is beautiful, and it's something that we all can tap into and learn from. So without any further ado, Melissa, I'd love to welcome you and tell us, start for just a moment with, for those that are brand new, how you ended up here.
It would be my pleasure, Michelle. And thank you so much for inviting me here with all of your beautiful friends and family. We are so happy to have you working with this dream angel, Michelle. She has shown that anything is possible. Getting to Crown in 1 year, despite all the things that were happening during quarantine, goes to show what's possible. But like Michelle said, there's so many new ones joining that don't know my story. So I'm happy to share it with you. I started this business exactly 5 years ago. Okay, it was 5 years ago this month that I introduced the transformation to everybody on my Instagram. And I had a really solid Instagram because I was sharing what I was doing every single day. I wasn't monetizing it at the time. I was just sharing because I care. And I wanted for everybody to know how to make an easy smoothie or an easy salad, or how to pack for a convention, or how to travel light. I was just sharing every day, day in and day out. And that builds trust and rapport with people, to the point where they looked at me like family, like their sister, like their daughter, like their good friend. So when I introduced this, they were on board, they were ready. So that's the power of sharing consistently every single day, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. And that month of December 5 years ago, 134 people ordered the transformation. 134, that's wild. It's just so crazy to me. And there are many that are still ordering every month to this day. So I never in a million years would have dreamt what this could have turned into. Before this, I was a massage therapist for 20 years, right out of high school. I'm 44 now. So for 20 years, I did massage therapy. I did cooking classes, meal plans, health and wellness retreats. So many irons in the fire. So many. And I didn't think I could add anything else to my plate. And that's where some of you who are new are probably in that mindset. Like, look, I have a family, I work full time. I don't know if I can add anything. Trust me when I tell you, this is the business you want to put some time and energy into. And we're going to get into why that's very important sooner than later. So started sharing this, casually, as we do. And every week I started getting a check. And then every month I started getting a bonus. Like, whoa, this is crazy. So I quickly had the epiphany, especially after that December. I had a really quick epiphany. Why am I lugging my heavy massage table up the stairs, down the West Wing every night, massaging these clients, when I could just be doing this, helping more people? You taken off? Okay. And it's it's just changed our life in so many ways. So what got me into wanting to help people in the first place? I mean, I love people. This is the kind of business where you actually have to like people. And I guess I'll just share with you that a year, 18, maybe 1 year into this business, I think it was, my mom found out that she had really intense stage 4 cancer everywhere. And my mom's my best friend. And that was my why to help. My why to help others is really, it stemmed from wanting to help her because she had all the things: fibro, chronic fatigue, diverticulitis, all the things, bad Lyme disease, so many issues. And she looked healthy on the outside and she felt like she was dying on the inside for so many years. And I know that food is medicine, and I wanted to help her and help everyone. You know, we're all Care Bears. And so when she found out that she had that, her Lyme disease ultimately turned into a really intense cancer, which happens, people don't realize, if you let autoimmune issues reside for years on end, eventually it's going to turn into cancer. What is cancer? Rogue cells. It's your body gone rogue. So because of this business, I was able to spend such amazing quality time with her, going to the beach with her, juicing, making the power shakes together, doing our cherry before bed, like spending all this fun time working the business with her. And it was just such a dream. And I'm eternally grateful to Sonia for sharing this business with me, because without that, I wouldn't have been able to fly across the country to be with her in Boston from California. I had clients to take care of, right? I mean, we were doing well, but we weren't independently wealthy. Very few people can just fly to the other side of the country and stay there indefinitely. Not many people have that opportunity. So this allowed me to do that without having to worry about bills. What a weight off of our shoulders that is. I know you've seen this with Michelle as she was taking care of her dad. She didn't have to stress about money because the Purium kept paying the bills. And it's so amazing. So that has been such a dream. And then I look a little bit extra haggard today because this is the 2-year anniversary of my little brother passing away. So I did not sleep a wink last night. Like I was crying all night long. I try not to go there because we all have stuff and we don't want to focus on the sad. I try to stay positive, stay positive, stay positive, focus on the future, see yourself there, focus on all the good things. But I guess with the 2-year mark, it just brings up all those feelings and you have to feel them. So it was a really tough night, cried all night. My face is all puffy. I look like Quasimodo. But I'm like, I'm not going to cancel this Zoom on Michelle because we all have junk. We all have stuff. Everyone's going through something without exception. Nobody gets away scot-free. If you don't think they are, they're just not sharing it. And they're just putting on a brave face because every single person is going through something that we don't know about. So because of this business and because it's so flexible and because I work for myself, I was able to clear out a couple of phone calls this morning because I just felt atrocious. And my dad said, "You want to go for a walk?" I said, "Yeah, I'd love to." So we got to go for a walk through Lemon Bay along the water, which is so therapeutic. He, of course, is destroyed. His wife and his son within a couple of months. That's tough. That's impossible. So then we went for lunch and I was able to move a couple more phone calls. And I love that. Who has that ability? Who has that privilege, that gift? That's what it is. It's a gift. So I was able to move them. And now I just have this, but after this, I don't have anything scheduled. And I'm just going to take it easy with my dad, maybe go for a bike ride or something. And to me, it's a dream. So when it comes to fear of rejection or consistency or all the things, I feel like what you go through does.
Is she frozen for you guys too?
Yet, but I'll be darned if I don't share this with every single person.
Hey Mel. Hey Mel. You were frozen for just a little bit. I don't think we caught the last maybe 20 seconds of what you said.
Oh, so what I said is, at this point, because I've gone through those really tough emotional things, I feel like it's made me more bulletproof, where I just don't get my feelings hurt if somebody says the business isn't for me or if the program isn't for them. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I know that what we have is priceless and it is a gift. So I said, I'll be darned if I don't share this with every person I come across. My neighbor next door, I asked him what he's doing for work these days because he just lost his wife recently. And he's like, I got to do something. He's in a really tough emotional place. He's like, I got to do something because, since I've retired, it's just not cutting it. He's like, how's your business going? I said, my business is going really well, actually. And I said, maybe it's something that would be good for you because you were in sales. Maybe this could be good for you. So, and he's like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I said, I'll send you a video. Check it out. We'll talk Friday at noon. We'll see if it's for you. So we connected that Friday. He said, hey, listen, I watched your video. It was really good. I did a lot of research on the company. It looks pretty solid. He's like, but I'm just not in a good place right now where I feel like this is a good fit. I don't know if anything would be a good fit for me because he's not in the right headspace. I said, listen, I totally get it. And if things change down the line, you know where to find me. And if you know somebody who is looking for what I have, send them my way. And he's like, I absolutely will. So do you think it hurt my feelings if this wasn't for him? No, the timing's not right. He just lost his wife. He's not in the right space. So it should never hurt any of our feelings if somebody says it's just not for me. I'm not interested. That's okay. And if they are, as long as we're consistent, that's the key word of the day. As long as we're consistent, when they are ready, they will know exactly where to go. Because no matter what we have been sharing, posting, it doesn't matter what we're doing, we're bringing our audience with us and showing them how it is we're surviving through what we're surviving, how it is that we're getting by. And it builds trust with them. It sees that we're not here today, gone tomorrow, but it's the real deal, that it's solid. Okay, is there any questions or takeaways at this point from what I shared before I move on? Cami and Patience?
So I just like that the way you go about it, your posture with it, there's no desperation in that. Like it's not for you, that's okay, right? Because a lot of us, especially when we're starting out, we feel this like desperation of, oh, we have to get all these people. But when you do that, you're validating them. You're saying, I hear you. That's cool. Like that's no problem. And I think that's really important for us to embrace because if we are desperate, they're not likely to come back around. But if we validate their feelings, we understand, then the door's always open.
I 100% agree, Cami. 1,000,000,000% agree, in fact. And a lot of that also will come with self-development. And I know you're all on this team very big into reading the self-development books to help your energy and help your posture, up level it so that we never come from a place of desperation. We love what we have. We own what we have. And when they're ready, they will know exactly who to reach out to. Patience?
Melissa, I just wanted to say thank you for being here, considering all that. It shows the value of this business. It shows first the leaders that we have. We are so blessed to have Sonia, you, Michelle. You guys are so heart-centered. You pour your heart out. Some days we see tears, but we see a lot of smiles. So we just want to thank you. And I'm just going to shut up now and just listen and take notes, okay?
Hey,
Thank you,
Mel,
Patience. Appreciate
can I
that.
chime in real quick?
Of course.
I'm typing as fast as I can because so many nuggets of what you shared, really, they're all crucial for this business because everything that you shared really does come back to mindset. And the fact that people can sometimes look at someone and what they see and not know necessarily the backstory and the details. So the fact that your vulnerability is a beautiful strength. And I personally appreciate learning and knowing some of what you've gone through because it helps everyone to not feel alone. It helps us to see like, hey, we've got this. Look at what you're accomplishing with all of these. I mean, not just look, these are tragedies in your family, absolute tragedies. And you have made a choice as a heart-centered businesswoman to not allow that to just make you crumble and say, it's all too hard, it's all too much, I have to just forget it, which is, that separates the boys from the men because sometimes even small things can derail us much less tragedies like that. So you are a beautiful example, Melissa, of grit and determination. We talk about those words all the time. And so thank you for your example, because people could look at you and say, oh, it's easy for her. She's beautiful. She doesn't have anything going on that's hard, or it's the furthest from the truth. When we really know one another and we see you're showing us what's possible, and no excuses. Life is going to happen, and we're either in it or we're not. And I like the point that you said, consistency builds trust, because when life is happening and we become inconsistent and people don't see us and we don't show up, the trust that they had in us then starts to dwindle, because it's like we're hot and we're cold. Then that can create doubts for them in what we're even sharing. So I love it all. I love it all. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. I so appreciate you. Marcy?
I just kind of had a question when it comes to, the different things that we go through that causes us emotional strain. How do you recommend going about like sharing on your Instagram? Do you share what's going on for the day, or do you just kind of like buck up, do something for the day, share and move on? Like, I hope it makes sense what I'm saying, because there's times where
I know exactly what you're saying, Marcy, and the more vulnerable you are, you're really going to build the trust. So that comes to every single person knowing their boundaries. People fell in love with my mom. I shared her journey. She gave so much hope to so many people, and she lived a quality life. 2019, 2018, 19, 20, 21. She passed away in 22. Like, for the years that she had stage 4 cancer, not months, but years, nobody would even know she's sick. She's on a bike. She's picking up seashells. We're chasing each other around the kitchen. Like, no, her quality of life inspired people. So the more we shared, the more plugged in they became. They tuned in. People will say, how's your mom? How'd the appointment go? Like, they cared. So I think that if you are willing to share with your audience, I have, what you give, you get. I think Instagram can be a safe space if you're posting appropriate things. I don't have trolls. I don't have creepers. I'm also not posting booty shots. So, I mean, be selective with what you're sharing, keep it appropriate and respectful, and you're going to draw the right audience. And even if you have a small audience, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many followers you have, just the more honest and vulnerable you are, people appreciate that. They just essentially, they trust you more. Right? Definitely. I don't have my glasses on. Is it my friend up in the left-hand corner? Tia, please.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Thanks. I love this team. I can't even say that more. I can't say that enough a day. And I'm so grateful for this call today too. Michelle and Melissa, you guys are incredible. So my question is, the vulnerability. I know about consistency. A whole community is grieving about my backstory stuff, and I just made an appearance with my pup, and people were like crying. It was an unspoken support of everything. And the beauty of that is, like, this product really speaks loads about what's possible, when people put health first. Like, it's no joke. I mean, it's a real incredible product, and the business is going to speak for itself, I think. But Melissa, how did you know when to transition your Instagram audience to your monetized audience? Like, how did you transition into that? I love your story about your mom as well.
Thank you. So basically, I just continued. I didn't change anything. I was already talking about what I was making for lunch or dinner or snacks and whatnot, already posting where we're going on vacation and how we're packing. I just tried to bring value. If I found something helpful, I thought, hey, maybe somebody out there might find this helpful. I just found these at Home Goods, blah, blah, blah. I just found this at Target, yada, yada, yada. Hey, these are at Costco right now. So I just shared on the daily little snippets. I didn't care about it looking perfect. I didn't care about, it's going to be gone in 24 hours anyways. I just kept sharing every single day. And then that's what built the trust. So when I did finally have something to monetize, they were ready because they trust me. They knew me. They're like, Melissa wouldn't share something unless it was legit. Truth be told, I didn't even try the transformation yet. I got 134 people on it, and Sonia's like, you should do it too. And I said, I'm already healthy. And she's like, it couldn't hurt. It's nice to say, I love it from firsthand experience. It's all organic. That's what you're all about. I'm like, yeah, she's right. So then I tried it as well. And my hormonal acne disappeared that I never knew I would have a day without acne. I've had it my entire life. Painful cystic acne as a teenager. And then as an adult, hormonal acne all along my jaw and neck. And I thought, well, my life is going to consist of makeup and they're not optional. Once I got on this program, my hormonal acne finally disappeared. My digestion improved. My energy went through the roof. I no longer needed a 4 o'clock nap, which I was dependent on before this program, even as a whole food, raw, almost raw vegan, but all plant-based. So I can say firsthand now for those who are like, yeah, but you're already healthy. You've always been healthy, yada, yada, yada. So I have my own story. So that's the deal. Just keep being consistent, share every single day. And then when the timing is right, they're going to know exactly where to go because all of you are so dang consistent. I see your stories. You're masterful and you're all duplicating each other. Perfect. Marcy.
I love what you just said about how you just share about all sorts of things. Because I think sometimes we think when I come on Instagram, I got to be talking about Purium. And you don't, I watch you all the time because you're interesting. I see that you have fun. I see that you're doing stuff with your dad and your hubby and your house. And it's like the real world. People watch that because they like seeing people's lives. So I thank you for that reminder that it doesn't always have to be like Purium, Purium, Purium. And the fact that you do it on your stories. So it just disappears after a little bit and then move on to something else.
And then that being said, Marcy, when it is good lighting and it does look somewhat attractive, I'll put it on a reel because way more people will see a reel than a story. But if it's like dark in the night and it's just like there's clutter around, it's just going up as a story. You know what I'm saying? So if it's possible to make reels, more people are going to see that. And you're right. Don't make it Purium, Purium, Purium. If it's all Purium all the time, they're going to be like, what is this, a commercial? What's going on here? They're going to turn the channel. You have to pull them in with real life so they can identify with you. And not everybody, listen, you don't have to be an Instagram influencer to be successful with this. Sonia taught us that. She hit Crown in a year and a half with 0 social media. That, when she told me that, and she came from the real estate world, not a health background, I was like, oh, shoot, if she could do it, why not me? That immediately painted the picture of what's possible. So we don't have to have social media, but it's crazy not to use it because it's free. And it's a great way to tap into a huge market, a huge worldwide market. Would you believe I was down in Miami 2 days ago and this woman came up to me. She's like, Melissa Hanson, I follow you on Instagram. I'm visiting from New Jersey. How cool is that? We were in Italy and a woman's like, oh my gosh, Melissa Hanson, I watch your husband make your cacao lattes. We're in Italy and she lived in New York. Like, you're going to meet people all over the planet keep your account open and put your name in the profile so they can actually know your name and just start sharing consistently. It's so cool. It's awesome. Okay, so what do we have so far? Being consistent is crucial. Being vulnerable. We all have to set our own boundaries of what we're willing to share. But if you can share a little bit about what you're going through with your real life, people will just trust you more. It's not all rainbows and butterflies for everybody. That's the truth. Okay, and mindset work is super, super crucial. Leslie said that's one of the first things I learned with Leslie. Work more on yourself than you do your business. Because the more you work on yourself, the better everything improves. Your relationships, your business, everything. So that one book I had you all look at and that list that Michelle gave you, Good Vibes, Good Life, I must have listened to that 4 times. No exaggeration. I just listened to it while I'm driving, listen to it while I'm folding laundry, whatever. That is a great one. And there's so many more. So listening to the books are fantastic. There is something I want to talk about as well, and that is verbiage for not overselling the sale, I think is what Sonia says. Don't oversell the sale. I could be saying that wrong, but when somebody's interested in something, instead of continuously talking about the product, start drawing them out with questions. The more we get out of them, the more likely they will buy into what we're sharing. I'll give you an example. Somebody may let me think of a real life example. Let's talk about my friend Crystal May. Okay, so we were chatting. She asked me what I did for work. And I said, I have an online nutrition business that focuses on gut health. And she's like, oh, I need something for my gut health. I've been on this program, but it's just not working. And I said, well, you know what I'll do? I'll send you a video that explains how it works. And then we'll connect Monday to see if it's something you might want to try. Like, let's just dissect that. I'll send you a video to see how it works. And then we'll talk on Monday to see if it's a good fit. Does that sound desperate and hungry for a sale? No, not even a little bit. So I gave her the video. I set up a time to chat. And when I talked to her over the phone, I said, tell me more about yourself. What I learned is that she had recently lost her mom tragically. Her mom was hit by a car by a drunk driver, her and her two friends. So three, her mom and two friends, boom, overnight. She's not in a good headspace to start a business, was my initial thought. So I didn't think the business was a good thing to share at that moment, but she asked about it. And I said, listen, why don't you just try this for yourself first and start jumping on all of my Zooms. Hear the Zooms, hear what I'm sharing, learn more about the company. I'm going to add you to my WhatsApp chat. Just follow along, be a fly on the wall. And if you decide that the business is a good fit for you, then we'll go ahead and get you upgraded. A week into being on this program, she called me. She said, I have never felt better. I'm ready to run and I'm ready to run fast. Well, you best believe I signed her up. I'm not going to let that fire burn out. So I was like, okay, let's go. She was on all the Zooms consistently, which immediately told me she was going to be a good brand partner. Anyone who jumps on this Zoom, I know they're in it to win it, because that's where you get the fuel you need to be powerful with this business and make it a success. So she jumped on every Zoom and she put me in three-way messages consistently, not once a month, but like multiple per week, putting me in three-way messages, getting on the three-way calls. We were this month, November was a year, and she was able to hit Black Diamond on her 1-year anniversary. And I am so happy. Let's talk about what this has done for her life. She was in a very dark place. Hello, who couldn't be in that scenario? Like, no warning, just gone. No goodbye, nothing, just gone out of her life. Here she is. She's taking care of her dad. She's a mom of two and a wife. And the reason she wanted to start the business is she said, my options right now are to house clean, which I really don't want to do, or go back to school to get my license here as an reflexologist. She's like, and that's going to be thousands of dollars that I don't have. And my goal is to work enough so my husband can work less. And even when she told me that, I still didn't think it was the right headspace time for her to start a business, considering the tremendous loss she just had. That's why I said, just jump on the Zooms, start learning, listen in. And then a week, like I said, a week and a half into the program, I'm ready to run fast. So that is a powerful story. And I think that it's given her a beautiful distraction to stay busy. I know it has for me, and I know it's a healthy, happy distraction for Michelle and everyone else who's going through some trauma. And she was able to leave the country for the first time in her life. She booked a trip to Greece for her and her husband. First time in their lives. They're from Minnesota originally, just went to Greece, which is incredible. They just bought a car a couple days ago, which she's been wanting. You know, it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I get to reflect on the lives that I've personally been able to change. So now I know why Sonia is obsessed with helping people grow this business, because she sees their lives changing in so many ways. All right, let me just stop there and get your feedback and questions on everything. Carrie, please.
Hi, Melissa. You had mentioned that you said that you invited her to jump onto the Zooms. Were they the team Zooms or were they prospecting Zooms?
Yeah, like all of the Zooms. So if somebody wants the business, but I think that they're not quite ready for it, I'll dump them into the business chat and I'll say, stay in this, listen, learn, jump on the Zooms. If you miss them, catch the replay. And if you decide this business isn't a good fit for you, jump out. If you decide it is, let me know and we'll move forward. So I really wanted for her to grasp what's involved, see the energy in the team, see the Zooms, hear more about all of it. It's a good way for, when you're starting to waitress and you just shadow that waiter, and then when they feel like you're ready, they put you on the floor, kind of like that.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Taya?
Yeah, so I love that. I love how you thought about the future of things. Like, how do you plan that in your business? Like, do you, think about future plans and with travel and where you want to sell product and the people you want to talk to? Like, how do you do that?
Oh, so planning the future. Everywhere I go, I share this everywhere. I can't help but share it. So everywhere you just chat with people, right? Questions and compliments, getting to know them. And then when the timing is right, I initially will get them on my Instagram right away. I'll say, let's stay connected. So for example, that gal that I met, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm from New Jersey. I'm visiting this art festival thing in Miami that we're at. And I was like, oh, who are you here with? She invited me to her. She introduced me to her 3 friends. You best believe I connected with those 3 friends. You better believe they're going to become customers or business partners. She's like, oh yeah, these are my friends. So and so. I was like, hi, I'm Melissa. Good to meet you. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from here. Where are you from? I'm from New Jersey. Where are you from? I'm from New York. Cool. So good to meet you. How are you liking it? Right? I'm just asking questions. Isn't it fun? Where are you staying? Oh, cool. Well, hey, we're going to take off, but let's stay connected. Here, what's your Instagram? Boom, boom, boom. I get it in there, and then I take a screenshot. And then later on, I take all the screenshots of the new people I connected with on Instagram. And I don't know if you guys can do this, because I can do this on my phone, but it won't let me do it on Justin's phone. Once I take a screenshot, I can copy and paste off of that screenshot. So some of you are saying, yes, it might be an update. I copy and paste their name and I paste it into my prospect list. So I have a prospect list forever long of people that I'll continuously like check in with, build the rapport, build the relationship, compliment their new baby, compliment their new home. At some point, they're going to become a customer. It's just a matter of time for all of these people. I just know it. Were there any other questions? Yeah, you bet. Any other questions or takeaways from anyone? Marcy?
I unmuted myself, but not me. I love just how simply you said, when people ask, what do you do for work? An online nutrition business focused on gut health. Because I had this happen the other day. I'm wearing my shirt to my doctor's appointment, like I'm going to talk to people. But then when I was asked, oh, what is that about? I'd be like, bleh, bleh, bleh. So I am going to try to practice that. And then I loved how you said, don't oversell. So instead of it just all of a sudden being about that, just like, oh, so what's your health like? What do you use for nutrition? I'm talking to doctors and nurses and stuff. So obviously they feel educated possibly in that area, but it might open more conversations if I ask questions rather than just blurt out everything I know about Purium.
Yes. Remember, we've all heard this saying, be more interested. Try to be more interested than being more interesting. So the more interested we are in them, the more pulled in they're going to be. They're more, I don't know how to verbalize it, but I think you all know what I'm trying to say. Like, don't try to be, instead of selling yourself, just draw them out with questions. Just keep drawing them out with questions. Oh, what is it that you do for work, Marcy? Oh, you could say I have an online nutrition business. I focuses on gut health. I absolutely love it. Really? Yeah. I've been passionate about gut health my entire life, and I found a company that really focuses on helping people have better energy, sleep better, all the things. So I love that it's remote and it's just so fun. So you're just giving them little tidbits of what you're loving about it. And then make sure you connect with them on Instagram. And as far as doctors really don't know anything about nutrition. And I'm not saying that like I'm a doctor. I'm telling you that from really good friends that I have who are doctors. Like, we didn't learn about nutrition. We just didn't. We're taught drugs and surgery. That's it. And if we just, anything we know about nutrition is from our own research. It's not in the curriculum to be a doctor. It doesn't matter if they've been in there for 15 years. It's wild. Actually, you can quote this. Everyone here can quote my friend Angie Sadeghi. She's a gastroenterologist doctor. She became plant-based for the animals. And she honestly thought, I'm not going to get enough protein. I'm not going to be healthy, but I just can't see any more suffering. So she went vegan for the animals. Her eczema went away. She dropped weight. Her gut issues went away. She never felt better. And that's when she's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Not only can I survive off a plant strong diet, but I can thrive. And so she became kind of like a vegan activist. It's Angie Sadeghi. She's a gastroenterologist doctor. She's my really good friend. I love her to pieces. And she said, we learned nothing about nutrition. We just didn't. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, let's see. Taya, is that a new hand?
Yeah, I just wanted to double that. You know, that's what I heard. A friend told me that they don't even have a whole semester on nutrition. It's like just a seminar.
And
that.
if they did, what is it? The standard American diet? Dairy for protein? Come on.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
grateful for this, you know, and all the education and the training. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah. Terry.
I appreciated how you pointed out about the stories, how to share stories. And I watch yours all the time. So I see how you just bring in real life things. And it's not necessarily about anything about Purium. It's just about what you did for the day. It's interesting. It's like watching a movie, seriously. So that's what I love about it. It's like, I want to be on that journey with you. So, you know, I've tried, you know, to do different things. So, but I'm learning so much from just watching your videos. So I thank you for those.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. And yeah, I recommend that for everyone. Just share the fun place that you just found, or the fun park you just went to, or the fun beach you went to. That's what people love. They're there for the journey. Just like you have a beautiful book. Do you pick up that book and read the last page? No, you want to read the whole thing from beginning to end. So share the journey. People are there for it. They love it. Yep, Michelle, completely agree. Okay, so let's see who is struggling here with verbiage, finding new business partners, getting on the phone. Marcy?
Yes, I was just going to tell you, I had a couple people that have shown some interest in the business. One of them that said, call me back in January. But after our call with Leslie, I was like, okay, I'm going to like encourage her to start now because this is the prime time to get to people. But I feel like I might have like done the wrong things because like I sent them both the compensation plan because I wanted them to be able to see what was possible. And they are I don't want to say ghosting because I know people are just busy. I don't like to say that. They're just busy, but how often would you keep reaching back? Like, I don't want to feel like I'm stalking them.
I know exactly what you're asking, Marcy, because no, trust me, we don't want to be that person who texts 5 times in a row. And then you're like, oh no, what did I do? I'm that annoying person. I don't want to be that annoying person. So to avoid all of that, the only thing you're going to text is, hey, do you have a quick minute? I need your opinion on something. Everybody loves to share their opinion. Okay. And then they're gonna be like, yeah, what's up? If they say, yeah, what's up? Then they're ready to talk. If they're like, no, I'm swamped, I'm at work, then you're just gonna have to connect with them later. But if they say, yeah, what's up? Pick up the phone. Hey, Susie Q, listen, it's Marcy. I have a question for you. Right now, considering it's the end of the year, this is what you could say, Marcy, to your girl. Considering it's the end of the year, I have a lot of friends who are thinking about doing the business with the new year. And I think I'm going to get them started fresh January 1st. I remember you saying you wanted to start with the new year. Are you looking to start January 1st or are you looking to do more research first? Just put it out there, like put the ball back in her court. And that's when she's going to say, you know what, I really want to start January, but I just don't know anything. I'm starting from scratch. I just have a lot of questions. Say, would you be interested in jumping in my WhatsApp chat just to learn more about the business, just to feel the energy of my team, just see what it's all about, just so you're not going into it blind? She might just say, I would love that. Am I allowed to do that? Of course. Anyone who's curious, you're welcome to see what it's all about before jumping on board. And then she'd be like, yeah. And say, and I know I sent you a compensation plan. That was probably overwhelming. I'm not even a numbers person, so I can't even break it down to you. But what I can say is that this business is so fun. And people are looking to get their health journey started with the new year. So I love that you're thinking January might be a good time for you. So give her the compliments and then say, let's, what are we in right now? Today's the 11th, 12th. Let's connect blank. Put something on the calendar, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, put something on the calendar to reconnect with her. Okay. Perfect.
When you say add them to the WhatsApp chat, I mean, like, would that be adding them to our Signal Thrive chat? Because
Well, whatever your chat is where you drop the recordings for the Zooms and where people learn more about the business and they're getting questions. Hey, so and so has lupus. What can I share them? You know, whatever Zoom that is.
okay, that's what I thought, but because I was like, I used to have my own with my team, but I don't really have a team anymore. So I'm like, where do I put them that they won't be overwhelmed?
Yeah, the Thrive chat, Michelle says.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how else can we get people off the text thread and on the phone? I think, and I like to give you real life examples because they're more powerful. Here's one. So I was in Greece recently, and this girlfriend of mine from Newport, California, she was there. She's a powerhouse for Zillow, right? She works for Zillow selling houses, absolute freak in sales. I'm like, if I got this girl, if anyone's read the book, My First Year in Network Marketing, he says at some point you're going to find a maniac, and that maniac is going to explode your business. She is a maniac. My maniac is obviously Christine Roseberry, right? Her maniac is Michelle. I'm Sonia's maniac. Everyone has their maniac, and that maniac just goes crazy with it. Now I have Crystal May, who's a maniac. But they said, when you find that maniac, it's next level. And I know that could be her. So I said, Alessandra, you need to do what I'm doing with this nutrition business. You would kill it. You kill it with Zillow. You're amazing at sales. You're at the top of, you're like, you would just do so good with this. She's like, really? You think? I don't know. Like, it's all new to her. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. I was like, yes, you could sell this like hotcakes. I mean, if you're selling houses, how much more so could you get people on a nutrition program that's affordable and that is going to help them reach their goal? She's like, yeah, maybe. And I said, why don't we start you off on it first? See how you like it. And then when you're ready, we can look at the business aspect. Okay. So right now she's maybe 2 days into it. It's brand new. Once she really starts feeling the shift of energy and alertness and the incredible digestion and all the things, then I'm going to revisit the business with her. But where was I going with all of that? I think it was just knowing that this could be perfect for them and then having the right energy to share it when you're sharing it with them. Christine Roseberry, same deal. Justin and I went to a pizza party out in Italy. I had every intention of making her a business partner, every intention. And at the pizza party, I was like, Michelle, I'm sorry, I said, Christine, you have to do what I'm doing with this nutrition company. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I could do Instagram stories like you. That's just not my thing. In fact, I was thinking of deleting my Instagram. I was like, no, do not delete your Instagram. Trust me on this. Don't delete your Instagram. I said, Sonia created a multiple 6-figure income in a year and a half. Sonia, the woman that signed me up, multiple 6-figure income in a year and a half with no social media. Imagine what you could do. You have social media. You're a nurse. You have incredible street cred. When I have questions, I go to you for answers. I know everybody does. She's like, it's true, they do. And I was like, you would do so good at this. She's like, really? You think? I was like, I know. I promise you, you'll do so good and I will help you, just like Sonia helped me. She's like, okay. She was super hesitant because it was all new to her, but it was my belief that she would crush it that gave her a glimpse of the potential reality that she could crush it. And look at what has happened since then. It's insane. But I think the energy that you're bringing when you are prospecting new people is crucial, because if we come at them hesitant and tense and scared, they feel that. And they're just like, yeah, maybe send me some info. But if we're like, no, look, you own a gym. Are you kidding me? You could kill it. Every person in this gym would get on this program. You would do so good. Or you were an esthetician. Every person on your table wants clear, bright skin. This is a no-brainer for you. You're a hairdresser. Every single person in your chair is looking for more energy and to feel better. And I know you're their therapist. I know you're not getting paid to be their therapist. They're like, it's true. It is true. You would do so good at this. Who couldn't use an extra income? So just coming at it with that energy when you're chatting with them. And if they're still like, I don't know, that's okay. You just planted a very powerful seed. And there's going to be multiple exposures oftentimes before they're ready to jump on board. Okay, any questions or takeaways at this point? Let's hear from my friend George Robinson, please.
Okay. So I noticed that I was looking at some of your social posts. Do you work on any other platform besides Instagram? Do you do Facebook or LinkedIn? And also I noticed that you like I said, you don't do a lot of direct pyramid in your face. You do a lot of kind of curiosity posts to maybe talk all about a particular item, whether it's good health, and then after that you can lead them to. I look at your website too. I have a website, very similar website, and I try not to talk about anything directly. If I lead them to a product, I want to have a link in there after I've talked all about whatever the issue was.
George, you just said the key word, curiosity. I'm not like Purium. No, I'm not saying Purium 24/7. In fact, it's very rare. You'll even hear me say the word Purium. I might say my superfood company, my nutrition company, my family run nutrition company. You'll hear me say things like that. My gut support, the hormone support, but it's all curiosity verbiage. So they're forced to say, hey, wait, what gut support product? What hormone balance? What helps you with your testosterone? What is this? My husband needs this. I need this. My kid needs this. Well, what is this? It forces them. So to your first question, I only use Instagram, but it is attached to Facebook. So automatically whatever I put on Instagram goes to Facebook. So that makes my life easier. But I have not delved into, I don't have the time and energy to delve into other platforms such as TikTok because it's time consuming. And at this point, I have a really engaged audience with my Instagram and Facebook as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've used LinkedIn quite a bit in the past with another company, and that way, because if you're looking for business-minded people, it's like, oh, they tell you everything about themselves, what their interests are, whether they want to make money, or whether it's, so you can kind of strike up a conversation with people on LinkedIn pretty easily too. But I've been wanting to really get more into the understand the Instagram and how it, it can also help. So
George,
yeah.
what is your Instagram handle?
Let's see. Me directly, I'm probably George R2, but I started a company Instagram. It's called
What's the one you post on the most, George?
Well, with the Pure, I'm probably going to post on Empire Body Solutions.
Empire Body Solutions?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Health and beauty. What I like to recommend, George, is putting your name in the profile.
Okay.
So people can identify with you as a real person and not just a big mysterious company.
Yeah, I have a personal one, and I also have the Empire Body Solutions. I was going to start building out for my online, like I said, health and wellness company, but I haven't really. I've been kind of bouncing back and forth to see which one's the best way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can even put them on all the accounts. But if this is the one you're mostly going to use, Empire Body Solutions, I would definitely put your name in there, and I would start doing introductions like, hey friends, thanks for joining. Thanks for following. My name is George. This is what I do. And just give them a little something about yourself. I would rather everyone here do short little reels than one really long one. Just short little quick introducing yourself every so often and having your face on it so they can look at you as a real person.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Everyone here does so good. Like I see all of your posts. You're sharing your lattes in the morning. You're sharing your tart cherry before bed. Like everyone here is dynamite at it. Okay, Melissa, please.
So do you encourage using Linktree on our Instagram? What are your thoughts on that?
You can, Melissa, but if you do, I would still call it Nutrition Reset Gut Support. Like you don't have to say Purium on the clickable link.
Okay. And what about posting videos? Like, Dave's videos that he has
If those resonate with you, then post them. Anything that resonates with you is probably going to resonate with your audience.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Any other questions here? There's no such thing as a dumb question. So feel free to share what's on your mind. How about polls? Is everybody here utilizing the polls and following up with the polls? Think about that question, Amber, and then I'll talk about that after we chat with Amber.
Hey, I was just curious how much cold calling you do. I am in a little town of like less than 4,000 people. So I feel like I'm kind of running out of people.
So Amber, I want for you to be known as the health gal of your town. I want every boutique, gym, spa, hair salon. I want for all the business owners to know of you as their nutrition gal. So you'll be getting referrals from small towns are great because there's a community sense there. And I would also see if any of them are willing to do a little healthy happy hour pop-up shop and tell them it's a great way to build community. And it's a nice way to get a fresh set of eyes in their door and let them know it's not going to cost you anything. I just do the free education. It's really fun. And I would like to put something on the calendar. That's a good thing to do just to create more of a warm market instead of, yeah, it's just a great way to fill your funnel.
Awesome.
Does that sound doable to you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Can you already think of a place right now that you'd like to go to first?
Yeah, I have a few people. There's a few naturopath doctors that I was thinking I've been trying to prospect them. It hasn't been the right time, but I think just asking if they want to do a little event like that with like no pressure for them to sign up is a
Yeah. Yeah, give me one of their names.
Dr. Keeley. I don't remember her last name, but
We'll just call him Dr. Keeley. So say, Dr. Keeley, I have a quick question for you. Then you're like, yeah, what's up? Say, I am looking to do short free education pop-ups at all the wellness spots in our little town. And I would like to do my first one at your place. And then she or he is going to say, well, what would that look like? Say it's going to be short. It's going to focus on gut health. And it's going to give free tips to everyone here on how they can get their gut health in check. And I'm also going to share my organic nutrition program. This is where they might say, I would like to try it first. They might say, I would like to try it first if it's kind of like my reputation is going to be attached to this. Or they might just say, yeah, that sounds great. Lord knows they need it. Just see where they go. They may want to try it, or they just might allow you to just go ahead and bring it in. Say, I'm going to make a flyer for you so that you can invite your patients or your clients. And I'll have the bullet points: reduce inflammation, more energy, better sleep. All organic.
okay, awesome.
Ooh, you'll have to keep us posted on how that goes.
All right, will do.
Michelle?
You just mentioned something. We have a few minutes. If you could expound on it. Now, we need to have you back because I want to do connect calls with you. Your verbiage with connect calls is
For sure.
clear. But you said about creating a new warm market, and I just want you to touch on that for a second, because over and over we hear, oh, I don't have any more warm market. My warm market is dried up, which we know that our warm market is what builds this business.
Yes.
It's not the cold market. So creating, we know we get referrals maybe from our warm market, but you've mentioned about making a new warm market. So what do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is a warm market is a group of people who know, like, and trust you. If they don't know, like, and trust you, they're not going to buy anything and they're not going to refer anyone to you. So building that relationship, start following them on social media, because people are busy. Not everybody's going to have time to have a coffee date with you, and you don't have time to have a coffee date with everybody, but you can follow each other on social media. You can compliment how present they are with their kids when they went camping last weekend, and how beautiful that waterfall is that they went to that anniversary party. Like, you let them see that you're watching. And so how do you not lose track? Oh, this is time consuming. Those that you want as a business partner or a customer, put their name, either write it or copy and paste it, like I said, into your prospect list. Every single person here should have a long prospect list. Mine is in my notes. so that you can check in on these people, follow up with them, and just build the relationship. We're not going straight for the jugular. You have to build the relationship first so they know, like, and trust you. Now, what if there's so many followers on Instagram and you don't even know where you would start? You don't want to just reach out to a random. Here's what you do. Do a poll. So they see every single person here, 32 people, they're watching all of you post your routine of your program and inviting people to the Zooms. Just ask a question. Pretend this is my phone. Say, a bunch of us are starting this nutrition program on blank. Pick a date. Pick a Monday at some point. Say, if you did this program with us, would you be more interested in gut support or weight loss? Put in the poll, gut support or weight loss. P.S. It's always going to be two positive things. We never put the word no in there. Gut support, weight loss, hormone balance, more energy, better sleep, less inflammation. Make it two things that you know everybody needs. Every single solitary person who clicks on that, now you know who to reach out to. Hey, Susie Q, thanks for clicking on the poll. I noticed you said gut support. Are you dealing with a lot of bloating? Just go there. They're like, yes, my bloating is miserable. It doesn't matter what I eat. Ugh, isn't that the worst? Let me ask you a question. Have you been able to jump on any of our Zooms that go over this nutrition program? No, I can never catch it. Sorry, no, I haven't. No worries. May I send you a video that explains how it works? Oh, that would be great. Perfect. Check this out and let's connect on Thursday because I want to get your feedback. I'm free at blank or blank. And then put it in the calendar. And that entire spiel and routine is exactly why in my busy days, I have calls at 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, every single 30 minutes, because it's exactly what I do. My goal is to eventually get all of these people on a phone call. Okay. I know that's a lot to digest and we're probably way past the point of saturation because I've shared a lot with you, but like Michelle said, we'll do this again and again and again, because the more you plug into these Zooms, the more it'll sink in what the three-way calls look like, what the, how you transition from an Instagram post to the poll to getting on the phone with them and so on and so forth. I saw one more hand. I think it was Marcy.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, since you do so well on Instagram, but I've also heard you say don't get into the scroll hole.
Yeah,
Do you have
thank
like
you for saying
time
that.
limit for
Put
yourself?
on the blinders. Don't go don't go down there. Nobody here has time to go to the search feed and to go in the scroll hole. It is such a waste of life. And you can end up being awake till 4 in the morning with your eyes burning out of your head because it's so captivating. And Instagram, they're not stupid. They know what you want to see. So they keep putting more of what you want to see in there and you can't stop yourself. So I have to very intentionally not go down the scroll hole and just go to my messages. And does everyone here have an account with their IG where there's a primary and a general in their messages? Michelle does, Brianna does. Tandra does, a few of you do. Okay, if you don't, make sure to make your Instagram a professional account. It's free to do so. Brandy says yes. Okay, awesome. And the reason you want to do that is because once you have a primary section and a general section, you can move your close friends and family into one, and then the rest or vice versa. And then the rest you're going to keep as your prospects that you're working on. That helps me. So for me, in my general, I have all my close friends and family, my business partners, because you're my family. And then in the primary is the potential customers and business partners. Does that make sense? How do we do this research? Oh, Kim, it's so easy. Just go to your profile and choose professional. You just got to go to your settings and choose professional. And then that will help you. And that's all I focus on is there. I just don't go down the scroll hole. We've all done it. Kim said I did it yesterday. Awesome, Kim. Nice work. Sweet. So again, I'm sorry if this went over. There is just so much to share. And it's such a healthy, I feel like it's a healthy distraction from reality because we're able to help people just change their lives in so many ways. It's the best. It's an addiction. I would be doing this if I wasn't getting paid. That's when you know have your dream job. That's when you know. It's incredible. Thank you, Tandra. Appreciate that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Oh my goodness. I can't believe an hour felt like 15 minutes.
I know, it
That's
flew by, right?
unbelievable. I'm actually, Cam, you want to turn off the recording, hun?